Never Stop Learning, week 133. We're taking a look at Customizable Tools Panels, available in Adobe Illustrator CC 17.1, which is a new feature for the Creative Cloud. So here we have the default Tools panel, and if we want to create a new one, just come over here to the Window menu, scroll till you find Tools, and then click on this option here, New Tools Panel. When I click on that, it gives me an option of naming my new Tools panel. So I'll name this guy Test. Hit OK to accept, and now I have this small panel here. In this panel, I have the ability to add a fill, a stroke. I could swap the two, or I could add the default fill and stroke. In this top section here, this is where I would drag and drop in the new tools. So let's see how that works. I'll come over here to the Tools panel. I'll click and drag to bring over the Selection tool. And see, once I hover over this area, I have this little plus symbol. I'll release, and now it's been added to the panel. I'll come over here and grab the Direct Selection tool. All you got to do is click and drag. And now when I hover over this section here, you see there's a little blue line letting me know where it's going to land in this tool panel. So I'll come over here towards the bottom and then just release. One of the really cool things about it is that I'm able to add some of the Astute Graphics plugins. So you see over here in this section of the panel, I'll grab one of these tools. I'm going to hover over the Path Scribe tool, and I'll click and drag, and now I'm able to add it to this list here. Now there's some more tools that are sharing the same stack, and in order to get to those, I'm going to click and hold it down, hover over this edge, and then release. That tore off this panel, and now it's a floating panel. Now I have the ability to add these other tools. So I'll grab the Extend Path tool and just drag and drop it here towards the bottom. Here's the Smart Remove brush. I'll click and drag, and if I wanted to sandwich it in between some of these tools, I could just release it there. And now that I'm done with this panel, I'll just click X, and now it's gone. If I click X here, this new tools panel is gone, but we could actually find it again just by coming over here to Window, Tools, and here it is. We named it Test, so you click on that, and now it's been added to my panel. So if I want to remove some of these, all I have to do is click and drag, but see, at the moment it's letting me know that I can't remove this from the Tools panel just yet. So if I release, you see nothing's happened. I'll try again. I'll click and drag. It's letting me know I can't do it. When I release, nothing happens. What I have to do is actually create a new document. So once I have a document open, now I'm able to come in here and just click and drag, and now you see I have a little minus symbol next to my cursor. When I release, you see it's been removed from my Tools panel. Now that I have my panel set up, I really don't need this default panel anymore. So in order to get rid of it, come over here to the Window menu, Tools, and then you see I have the default checked. So I'll click on it to uncheck it, and now it's gone. Now I could just click and drag. Once this line turns blue here on the left, I'll release, and it's been docked to the left side of my screen. It's important to mention that this is now saved as part of the workspace. So if I were to switch over to the Essentials workspace, you see the Tools panel switched back to the default. If I wanted to access my Tools panel, again, just come over here to Windows, Tools, and then just choose whichever Tools panel I want to use. I'm going to leave it set at default and go back to the other workspace we were working on, which I had set up as Sebastian Bleak. Now we have our Tools panel back. I'm going to show you how we could actually manage these different Tools panels. Come over here to Tools, and then click on this option here, Manage Tools Panel. That gives me this window, and it gives me a list of the different Tools panels we've already created. You see we have this one, Test. I can make a copy of it, or I could delete it. Now that it has the Astute Graphics one highlighted, I have the option of changing its name, or like I stated before, I could copy it or delete it. I'll click OK, and now it's gone. Let me pull this Astute Graphics one back up just by coming over here to Tools, and then all I have to do is click on here once to activate it. I can just click and drag and dock it back on my screen here, and I'm ready to go. And that's how you customize your Tools panel in Illustrator CC 17.1.